Hello, Beth Chase here. I want to take a few minutes and talk to you about the 3 reasons why pregnancy medical clinics should have a smartphone app. I work with hundreds of pregnancy medical clinics all across the nation, and part of my job includes researching and forecasting trends that will affect the pregnancy centers, especially in the areas of risk management, financial sustainability, and client impact. So I was concerned when my research began to point to a significant shift in what customers wanted and at how they got what they wanted. It doesn't matter if you are a for-profit organization or a non-profit corporation. The internet and social networking systems are changing how we interact with our customers. It's social networking systems like texting, Google+, instant messaging, Facebook, Twitter, and interactive blogging. It's enough to make your head spin, especially if you're a baby boomer like me. Social networking systems are here to stay. Don't be like the ostrich and pretend it's not there. You cannot avoid them. They're not going away. And here's an interesting statistic for you. Facebook fans of charities increased by 70% in 2011 over 2010. Now I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful social networking steps that you can take. It's a smartphone app for your pregnancy medical clinic. I am passionate about helping pregnancy medical clinics thrive, and I am thrilled to say that God has provided a professional smartphone app developing company that has said yes to offering a high-quality hybrid app just for pregnancy medical clinics. This company is licensed, bonded, insured, and certified by both Apple and Google to build professional mobile apps, so you can be assured that these apps will be done right. And because this company has a heart for what you do, I am happy to say that they are offering this high-quality smartphone app at a reduced price just for pregnancy medical clinics. So let's take a look now at what are the 3 reasons why pregnancy medical clinics need to have a smartphone app. The 3 reasons why you want to have a smartphone app for your pregnancy medical clinic is number 1, to stay competitive, number 2, to stay connected, and number 3, to grow your organization. To stay competitive, well, you know that there's hundreds of other nonprofits out there, and they're all trying to raise money for their cause as well. And often it's the nonprofit who works the hardest at building relationships and staying in contact with their donors that lands that major gift. And then there are your customers who are your clients. There's a lot of abortion providers out there who are well-funded and who have brilliant marketing companies who are helping them to market to your target audience to get them to come in and to have the abortions. Number 2, you want to stay connected. Studies are indicating that you should stay connected with your donors at least 2 to 3 times a month. Using some kind of simple touch, such as a short thank you phone call or a written note or an email of some sort. So staying connected with your donors is very critical for retaining those donors. Also for staying connected with your clients. Advertising things such as up-and-coming parenting class, perhaps some extended hours that you have opened and now made available for your clients. And perhaps you've brought on a new doctor and they're providing extra services on a Saturday morning. All of those are ways to stay in touch with your donors, to stay in touch with your clients. Very important in this day and age. And then third, it is just to grow your organization. You're either moving forward or you're moving backwards, but of course you want your organization to be all that God wants it to be. So what are smartphone apps? Well, smartphone apps are applications that you can run on smartphones. There are apps for almost everything. You can go shopping with an app. You can navigate around town. There's an app to find a new house. There's an app to get help with HR issues or other employment issues. There are apps that you can get to play games. You can get medical information. There's even an app that will test your level of alcohol in your blood. Do you know that the average Gen Yer has over 100 apps on their smartphone? Those statistics may explain why smartphone sales surpassed computer sales in 2011. Even those making less than $15,000 per year are likely to own a smartphone, especially if they're between the ages of 18 and 24. In fact, I have a friend who heads up a ministry to the homeless in a large metropolitan area, and she told me the other day that in the last couple of years she's noticed that even a homeless person has a smartphone. Now, I want to do a little bit of education about smartphone apps. There's basically three kinds of smartphone apps: a web-based app, a native app, and a hybrid app. First, there is what is called a web-based app. Web-based apps are created and maintained using a computer portal. They are not approved by Apple or Google, and so they often do not meet best practices set by the app industry. I do not recommend web-based apps for pregnancy centers. The second kind of app is called a native app. Native apps are high-quality apps that are created and maintained directly on servers, but they require significant upkeep. This means that you would have to hire a webmaster to keep the native app updated. Bottom line, native apps are very costly both in the short term as well as the long term, which makes them impossible for most pregnancy centers to use. Now here's my favorite. It's the hybrid app. Hybrid apps are conveniently linked to the pages on your mobile-ready website. You update your app by updating your website page. Hybrid apps also have the performance and quality of native apps, and they are the most cost-effective and reliable app platform on the market today. I love these hybrid apps. Here's a quote from Mario Korf. He wrote in his article about hybrid mobile applications, Best of Both Worlds. He says, hybrid development combines the best of both the native and web-based apps. For the most part, hybrid apps provide the best of both worlds. Here's a picture of the difference in the look between a web-based app and a hybrid native app. If you look at the web-based app on the left, you can see it has kind of a cartoonish look to it, compared to the hybrid and native app that is a compiled code and it looks very classy and professional. What I am telling you is important because the differences between the three types of smartphone apps are significant, and because there will be people coming along telling you that they can build you an app real cheaply. If this happens, you want to ask, what kind of app can you build us? A web-based, native, or hybrid app? Otherwise, you may end up with a low-cost app that does not do what you want it to do. I had a group who got talked into getting a web-based app a while ago, and after 3 months of embarrassing performance of the app, they moved to a hybrid app. And they deeply regretted the fact that they went ahead and got this web-based app without really investigating it further and doing a good comparison in performance. Remember, above all things, avoid the web-based app. Now I want to talk a little bit about our apps. The apps that we have are designed by a professional app development company that is bonded, licensed, insured, and certified by Apple and Google to create high-quality apps. Our apps will also be approved by Apple and Google, so they will meet the federal best practices and standards. Also, our apps are specifically designed for the pregnancy medical clinics. We have two primary hybrid apps. The first one is a standard app. The second one is an enhanced app. And then we have a third one for those pregnancy centers with 9 or more center locations, which is called a premium app. All of our apps have push capabilities. Pushes are short messages that you create that show up on the smartphone of anyone who has your app downloaded. Here's an example. Here's an announcement from a push that talks about a baby bottle campaign that's starting this Sunday. We use push messages to communicate special prayer needs or sometimes to report to our supporters the outcome of a special fundraising campaign. For many pregnancy centers, they're using the pushes to keep in touch with their clients as well, informing them of perhaps new parenting classes that are coming up or expanded services. But pushes are one of my favorite features of our smartphone app. Here is a summary of our 2 apps. Now, these prices do not include taxes because we don't know what the taxes are for your particular state. But the standard setup fee is $398. Now, the setup fee includes building your app and submitting it to Apple and Google. The monthly subscription fee for the standard is $108.99 plus your tax. The enhanced app, the setup fee is $498 with a monthly subscription fee of $184.99 plus tax. Now, one thing I want to bring up here is that everyone who gets our app actually joins what we call the PMC app network. This network is going to be comprised of all of us who have these apps, either have a donor app or a client app, or some of us have both apps. And what this is going to include is, first of all, ongoing consulting. So that means you will have me and the marketing team who will walk shoulder to shoulder with you to make sure that you've put together an integrated marketing app program to be able to have this app really work for you. Secondly, we will be having monthly telecasts by phone. That means we will all dial in once a month and we will share ideas, what's working, what's not working, and troubleshooting with each other. So we'll have this synergism of really building off of each other's experience. And then third, we'll be sending out a monthly e-news to all of those who are part of the PMC app network. So again, the 3 reasons why you need to have an app for your pregnancy medical clinic is you want to stay competitive because you have a lot of competitors out there competing for your same clients and for those same donors. You want to stay connected. You want to stay connected with your donors and you want to stay connected with your clients. And then, of course, you want to grow your organization. You want it to become bigger and stronger and to be all that God wants it to be. You probably have questions, and we would love to answer them for you. So please give us a call at 509-886-4894 or go to our website at chaseadvancement.com. Thank you for listening to 3 reasons why a pregnancy medical clinic should have a smartphone app.